Hey, it's Kerri from Razor Sharp Crafts, and this video is going to be very shaky. I'm taking it with my cell phone because for some reason I cannot find my camcorder. So I'm going to give you a quick preview of my craft room in construction. So those of you that follow me regularly know that we just moved to the States. And we were going to buy a house, but we decided we're going to rent for now until we find that special place. So, we got a house, and I got my very own room that's about at least twice the size of my room in our house in Germany for a craft room. So, these, obviously you all recognize these. Michael's was having these were on clearance. Like they were either $19.99 or I think the other price was $24.99, something like that. So yeah, I got a ton of them, and then I also got the boards so I can make it into extra desk space. So, all right, here we go. All right, I think I need to move into the room now. So here's the door I just came in. Most of these boxes, these great big giant boxes, all right here, are all craft room. Like I did not realize. There's my camera rig. It needs to be hung up. I didn't realize how much stuff I had. Like, yeah. Pretty much all of this is craft room. So it's going to be interesting. But, here we go. So I walked in the door. I do have a lock on my door so I can keep my kids out while I'm crafting or recording. So here we go. Gosh, I don't think I can get back far enough with this camera. So there we go. There's that first wall. And here's some bookshelves. I don't think I ever did a craft room video from my last craft room, but this was in there. These shelves. This is parts of my old desk, which they lost the hardware to put it together. So we had to file a claim so that they'll pay us for the desk because, yeah, they lost the pieces used to put it back together. So that's one of the parts with moving is, you know, stuff gets lost, stuff gets broken. So we filed the claim, but my husband's going to see if he can find some screws and whatnot so he can put it back together for me, and then I'll just have extra desks. There's my chair that I craft in. And then it's like I say, this is just my before picture. There's all my boxes because I literally just finished putting all these together. And my drill and stuff right there. So, let me step back over here. I'm sorry if I'm making y'all sick. So from the door, looking in. I'm going too fast, aren't I? So, yeah. Now it's just getting these all set up into desk space, figuring out where I want them. And then hopefully my husband can put this desk back together because I love this desk. It's just an old wooden computer desk. It's nothing like these. But it was such a great desk. So hopefully he can figure out a way to... I was like, I don't care if we have to super glue it back together. I want it back together. And the movers were like, no, it's not going back together. We do not have the hardware. I was like, well... then y'all buy me a new desk. So, no, it's, I think the company that packed it will have to pay for it. I'm not sure. So, that is my beautiful craft room. That's my craft bag that I carried from Germany all the way to the US so I could attempt to continue to craft while I was moving. Turned out to be a lot harder than I expected. So, stay tuned. I probably am not going to upload this video. What I'm probably going to do is, just kind of show it in a here's my complete craft room video. So you might be watching this much later than today. So yeah, my big shelves. Oh, and for the hot winter months, shield your eyes, or the hot summer months, I have a ceiling fan in here too. So that's nice. So alright, well I need to get back to work and get these built into a desk so that I can start unpacking all these boxes So I'm gonna cut this for now, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey YouTube, it's Kerri from Razor Sharp Crafts, and this video is gonna actually be added to a video I took probably almost a month ago, or at least 3 weeks ago. So this is mid-video, but anyways, my craft room is finally done, and this video is gonna be all wobbly like this and everything, all crazy because I'm holding my camcorder. But I am going to give you a quick, which will end up being long because I don't know how to shut up, tour of my brand new craft room here in Ohio, in the US of A. So exciting, no longer in Germany. So this is my door to my craft room. It's a beautiful shade of white with a nice wood trim. Okay, I'll shut up now. Alright, so here we go. We enter into my craft room. Whoa! And the door got away from me. So let's do a quick little scanner. It's a mess. Alright, I'm in this area now. It is a mess. Nothing's really there. I can't say nothing. Some stuff's just not in permanent spots yet because I'm still trying to work out where I want everything. I'm one of those types of people where I craft, and as I craft I decide I want this here because this is where it's convenient for me. So this is just going to show y'all my room, and as I craft and work with my new room, I'll put stuff where I want it. So over here we got, like, this is some, just like a frame, some foam board, some canvases, my 12 by 24 inch mats for my Cameo and my Cricut. This is actually cute. I'll show y'all this as I knock stuff over. This was something that my sister-in-law and my niece and my nephew made when I had my first son. And the really cool thing is all of these pictures that form, all these pieces that form Tigger, they're all mini scenes from Winnie the Pooh. So up close you see mini scenes, but from far away you see a Tigger. It's pretty cool, and then they framed it and all that. So I have it down here because he's 5 now and not really into Tigger anymore. So, and then just some other frames and whatnot. And then behind there was my that's my computer bag. And then that right there is a filing cabinet that we used to keep in our living room with our printer on it, but I decided to put it in my craft room with our printer, scanner, copier, all that, all in one. I don't know why. I hope it's not this fuzzy when I put it on my computer, because for some reason I noticed the other day when I was getting my camera rig set up, the picture looked fuzzy. And I have that thing that's supposed to level out the shake so that doesn't make it fuzzy. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So there's my printer. And then we move over here and I have one of these 3-tier bookshelves. Oh, and in between there's just some stuff for the printer. My case, that right there is my case with my CDs in it that is supposed to be in my van. But my van is 43 days now past due. And today's the 28th of August. It was supposed to be delivered on the 16th of July. And still no van. Yeah, they don't really know what happened to it. It's basically missing. They keep saying it's in Houston and it's waiting to be trucked to St. Louis. But it's been in Houston for almost 2 months now. Oh, it has been in Houston. No. Yeah, 2 months now. It arrived in Houston on 24 June. And has been sitting there ever since. And they won't let me go to Houston and pick it up. So yeah. So that's some stuff for my van that's just kind of waiting. And there's my Furby, because my husband knew I loved my old Furby that I had when I was a kid. So he bought me the new one. It's nowhere near as cool as the old one. Like, it's actually kind of annoying, or else I was just really young and enjoyed my Furby. That's my Your Story. Right, let me get my finger in there. This is my 12 by 12 black chipboard, and I buy it at Walmart.com. It comes in packages of 25 for like $10, and it's a good weight chipboard too. Like, whenever you see me creating with chipboard that's black, this is what I'm using. And then this is just a little 3-drawer thing. It's got some adhesives in it. Just some miscellaneous stuff. That's got some adhesives in my 3D stuff, and that's got just some different markers. And paper pads there. And then those are my 12 by 12 paper pads, all except for my Graphic 45 ones. And my Xyron, and extra cartridges behind it. From my younger days, my incense burner. And that's just something, I made this from the Mini Monsters cartridge with my Cricut. And my Scentsy thing back there. Okay, this pile right here that you, oops, oh god, I just hit the camera. This pile right here is all, if I get down here you can see, what do you call them? Cereal boxes for thin weight chipboard or lightweight chipboard, there we go. Tissue paper, all tons of tissue paper. And then I got a couple newspapers, and the reason I got these newspapers is these are either Chinese and Japanese. I think it was Japanese, because I think my husband ordered the parts from Japan. Yes, it was a friend of his in Japan. He ordered some car parts from, and he packaged it in this newspaper. So my husband's like, do you want this? And I was like, are you on crack? Of course I want it. And then this one right, oh, I'm sorry, you can't even see where I'm pointing. This one right here is in German. So I thought it would be cool for backgrounds to have those. And then this is all that's left of my bubble wrap. I had a ton of it. My husband confiscated most of it when he was mailing stuff off to people that he sold and stuff. That's some of that, I don't even remember what you call that stuff. Streamer stuff. And then this is just like some miscellaneous stuff that I don't know if I'll keep or get rid of or what. Like this is a bunch of Stampin' Up! Boxes and stuff. Like they're just flat and you make them into boxes. It's the case for my camera and some stuff. Like that's a frame my son made for Christmas that got broke in the move. Well, pieces got broke off of it, so I gotta put it back on. Down there, your guess is as good as mine. Just some stuff. That's a box, exploding envelope box that I made, and oh, it looks like some of my kids' craft stuff. Here we got some gloves and my husband's mini iPad case, because for some reason everything of his ends up down here at some point. These are wooden letters I bought at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. Hobby Lobby? Michael's? One of the two. I got every letter for all of my kids' names. So Michael, Joshua, and David. Okay, let's zoom out so you can actually see something. Because I know I hate when people do that in a video where they're talking about something and they're all zoomed in, so you can't really see what they're talking about. And then down here, a bunch of baby jars and spaghetti sauce jars that I had saved to make some. I was going to make captured fairies, but haven't gotten around to it yet. The box that my camcorder come in, and then my, oh my god, what do you call it? My melting pot. There we go. It's very dusty. Check it out. Look at all the dust on it already. Some of it may have came from Germany, I won't lie. My house in Germany was pretty dusty because we had a fireplace. Anybody that's got a wood-burning fireplace knows that creates a lot of soot and a lot of dust. So then we come on over here. Alright, pan out. Whoop, that's panning in. This is the desk I used in Germany. Now, they had said they lost the hardware, but we bought some screws and whatnot, and we got it put together. So this is my main desk that I always used while I was in Germany. This was what I was always working on. You guys might recognize that green, sorry, my cell phone's yelling at me. That green pad, because that's what I work on. But this is set up a little bit different than the way it was in Germany, because I have some other storage over there now. So right over here, these are just my big Martha Stewart punches. And so just so y'all know, this is how I know what the punches are. I write them in permanent marker on the back of them. That way, when I'm doing a video and I use a punch, I can tell you what it was. This is my pin it up Pin it up, I believe it is, because pin up is a woman posing all sexy like. And this has got most of my stamps on it. It doesn't have all of them because I ran out of the little hookies. So it's got what it can on it. Voila. Sorry. Let me get my chair out of the way here. So then in behind here, that little wooden drawer stuff, there's nothing in it yet because even when I had it set up in Germany, I still hadn't decided what I was going to put in it. But that's from Saw Crafter's store. And then on top of it, that's a big thing of glitter. That's a thing of gauze, because for those of you that don't know, gauze is great for backgrounds and stuff like that. See, I'm already at 10 minutes, and the beginning part of this was 5 minutes, so we're at like 15 plus minutes now. And I'm not even halfway through the room, so this is going to be long, peeps. So these are extra paintbrushes. I wasn't even meaning to zoom in on those, but that was cool. That I just keep in some of my kids' old cups. And then these are my main paintbrushes that I use right here. These are the ones that I tell my husband. I think I mentioned it in a video before we left Germany, but these are the ones I tell my husband he's allowed to pick from. But only these ones. And then these, they're not paintbrushes. These are like for molding, oh, what do you call that stuff? Clay and stuff. These are rubber tips, but they're kind of stiff. But what they're really fun for is if you put down molding paste, you can make designs into the molding paste so that it hardens that way, and it's really cool. But these are the ones he's not allowed to touch. So if he needs a paintbrush, he knows these ones are all off limits. He can pick from those old cheap yucky ones. And there's my heat gun. This is a mat you're going to see a little more of because as you see, there's my camera rig up above it. There's the rod that'll hold the camera. The reason I never used it in Germany is I didn't have a light to go over top of it, and my light source was always behind me. So when I sat here, my shadow cast it over the mat. Well, I have a light, another clip-on light that's just like, well, my husband has a light that's a clip-on kind of like this one. Not the exact same, but kind of like it. We're going to try it over here. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to go to Walmart and buy another one of these ones because it was less than $10. It was like 9 something. Or it was $10. And it works awesome. So if his doesn't work on this side, I'm going to buy one just like that and it'll work. So you'll see this mat more often when I start doing some of my mixed media projects. And as you see, this right here is all my shimmers textures, and this right here is all my shimmers dazzlers. Yes, I do have every color they made. And then these are my gesso, and that's gesso. And then these are some German, they're Viva Decor, and I bought them at a store in Germany. And they're kind of like a molding paste. They crack, they're like a cracking paste, I guess. I haven't really used them yet. Ow. And then these are my only 2 lonely molds that I have. I haven't really bought a lot of them. Some sponges. This is my water cup for when I'm using paintbrushes and stuff. Stapler. This is the heat gun, or the glue gun that I decided to buy. I haven't decided if I like it yet. I've only used it for, you know, to make sure it works. So I'll let y'all know on that. There's all my Inca Golds. Now this up here is like all my golden stuff. So that's like clear tar gel, some light molding paste, regular molding paste, glass bead gel, like whatever I have is all there, all the golden products. Those are some more Viva Decor stuff that I bought in Germany. It's all in German. Couldn't exactly tell you what it is right now. Some extra, where's my finger? There it is. Some Tim Holtz stains and some ink refills. And then in the back there, that right there was the case for my tools for my Zutter Bind It All. And then for my Cricut, I got rid of my Zutter Bind It All, but I had 2 sets of tools, so I kept 1 set of tools because I like them better than the We Are Memory Keepers. Up here is all my, I don't know if I turn this light on. I might make it a little better. This is all my liquid glues. So it's like 3D crystal lacquer, crackle accents, glossy accents, just all liquid glue, Mod Podge, all that good stuff. Glue Gone, hairspray for sealing, alcohol. Back in there is my
stamp cleaning stuff. Excuse me. Little clips that I use when I need to clip stuff. I love those little things. I bought them in Germany and wish I would have got another one before I left there. I know you can find them here, but I just love those little ones. All my acrylic blocks, my chalk markers, my roller thingamabobber. Yeah, so, wow, it's a lot of talking. I'm not used to talking this much. This right here's my little wall of inspiration. Some of you might remember this picture. I used it as an inspiration for my canvas for one of my design team projects that I did. And then same with this one was an inspiration picture. This is the Operation Right Home deadlines calendar, so I can make sure I'm making deadlines. This is a picture of my family, and that's a picture of my little man. This right here is a list of all the blogs that do monthly challenges, so I can enter them if I want to. Inspirational poem by Robert Frost, and my friend Jane at Velocity Vet 08 did a Christmas card with that on it, and I made my Christmas cards the same way, that way last year, and that was an extra window I had, so right here we have dimensions, Shimmer's dimensions, and then I have one of their pearls. Oh, it needs to be stirred up. I thought it was dried up for a minute there. And I think this is a Shimmer's. Yep, Shimmer's. In here are my special, special edition gelatos. So it's the 50s diners ones, the tropical something ones, and the steampunk ones are all in there because they didn't fit in my original case. Some Lindy's stamping color shots back there. And then that's like my little tool caddy. Ow, I just hit my head on the camera mount. That's just something I picked up from Walmart, and I have craft tool caddies, but I've always loved this the most. I can pile everything in it and it just sits there. These are the drawers by whatchamacallit, Kaiser Craft. I started decorating them. I was going to decorate the whole entire thing. I got the drawers done and then I just got preoccupied and I never got back to it, so I might finish the outsides and stuff here at some point. There's my craft mat. That's my little postie holder. It's a little purse. And there's another tape dispenser, which is a little cocktail. And there's my pen holder. And that's a little dresser that's completely empty right now. This is where I set my cell phone while I'm working, so any important messages come in. And that's one of those powder tools from, oh, what do you call it? EK Success. And a candle. And this is my big tool caddy. This is by Gina's Designs. And it holds like ink pads on this side. This is a magnet. And then it's got little cubbies with, like a fence across it. And then cork. All these drawers, I didn't decorate the drawers because I don't know yet, theme-wise, what I wanted to do with it. But then I just used the little Tim Holtz knobby things there. And then this side's just got cubbies. And that's like I love this embossing powder. This is, over here, Kerri. This is by a company out of the UK. It's Wow Embossing Powder.uk. Wow Embossing Powder.co.uk. But it's a company out of the UK. It's not the same as like the Wow American Crafts one. And it's awesome because it's embossing powder with like glitter in it. And it's really fun. It's awesome. So that's just like all my embossing powder. And then down there is my twinkling H2Os. And then up here I got the one from Recollections, which I got at Michael's. And I put a silly picture of my husband in there because for some reason I just always liked that picture of him. This right here is his cell phone in his hand. He was showing me something and he was all excited about it. And we were at Denny's when we lived in New Mexico. And that was the picture I snapped at him while he was doing it. Yeah, he hates it, but I thought it was cute. And then this has just got like all my Sharpies in it. My, what do you call these things? My glaze pens. my tiny attacher and some extra pens. This, I honestly don't really use it that much. The biggest thing it holds is like my ATG gun, and then I have like trinkets in the drawers. I think this was my metal, nope, little metal signs. Oh, just got that in it. Okay, my metal trinkets are in one of the drawers on the big thing. And this is, excuse me, this is my collection of Copics so far. It's not much, but it's a start. And they got the little La La Land Crafts storage thing for it. And that's my, we call those things stickles. And this is made by Saw Crafters as well, if you're interested in getting one. I need to order another one for my liquid pearls. And then I got my alcohol inks and my heated ink that I gotta get storage for as well. And this is a hot mess. This is under my desk. I have this little coffee sack tote that I keep my cutting board, my envelope, We Are Memory Keepers envelope board. Is that what it's called? Whatever. My cutting board, my scoreboard, and then an extra cutting board. That is a box of scrap chipboard pieces, because you never know when you need a small piece. That is some wood that I bought in Germany. I was going to make a wooden sign and never got to it. And that's kind of blurry, you might not see it, but that dark part underneath it is a bed and breakfast tray that I bought for when I want to color, sitting on my couch with my Copics. I can put it like over my lap and I could color. And then that pink bag's just filled. I think that's pretty much kids' crafts. Then just this little two-tone tan box has got colored markers in it. This big black box has got like all my embellishments and stuff in it. I need a new system for it. I don't quite like that anymore. Now that I'm in the States, I can actually try to get something nice. So it was my solution in Germany. So yeah, so this is just basically a hot mess. I kind of just pile stuff. This is all underneath my desk. Just a whole bunch of stuff piled, basically. So let's move on. Oh, and then the drawers. This is where I keep my tape and some other stuff. And then this is all my paint. Like, this is the whole entire collection of distress paints, because I made sure I got all of those. And then these are just some regular, what's the brand? However you call that. It's just whatever. That was what the craft store that I went to in Germany had. So, like, y'all know, I was very limited while I was there. And then all my sprays and stuff. So, and then this one's just, like, my signs and then spare stuff. So, like, extra score tape and hot glue gun sticks and stuff like that. And I'm going to show this. This has nothing to do with my crafting. Well, it has everything to do with it. This is the chair I sit in when I'm crafting. But this blanket took my mom 7 years to finish. Yeah, I know, long time. And all the corners have like this on it. There's butterflies on it too. I was a huge Eeyore fan for many years. Still am, actually. And my mom started making me this blanket. It was before I got out of high school. And she had told me she'd give it to me for graduation. And then I ended up graduating at a different point in I didn't graduate at graduation because I was 17 and thought I knew everything, and I dropped out of school. But I went back and I finished and I got my diploma, but they gave it to me in January instead of in June. So I didn't have an official graduation. So then I joined the military. Well, then I started going to college, and she had told me, you know, maybe when you graduate college or whatever. But then I never finished college because I joined the military. And then she said, well, I'll make it for you when you graduate and come home after your basic training and your technical school. And I was like, okay. Still wasn't made. And then I deployed to Afghanistan, and she said, well, when you come back from Afghanistan, I'll have it done for you. I'm like, okay. And I came back from Afghanistan, and it still wasn't done. And then I met my husband that year, well, the year after I got back from Afghanistan, and we got married. And we decided to start our family right away because we have his son from his first marriage. So we decided we'd do our family thing right off the bat, so then we'll have our years together alone after the kids are grown and gone. And my girlfriends in New Mexico threw me a baby shower, and my mom mailed this blanket to one of the girls that was throwing the baby shower, and this was used as a decoration for the baby shower because my son's theme was Winnie the Pooh. So it was kind of cool. Or it was really cool. But I waited a long time for that blanket, so it stays down here with me. So, and then this is it's one of those ring toss things for kids. And they're all animals. And then the base is a tree. So there's a giraffe and an elephant and a lion and a tiger and a monkey. And my mom made this for the kids, but they're a little too rough on it. So I decided to put it in here in my craft room and use it as decoration. So I'm going to step back because I'm just going to show this whole big thing. Not really going to get into too detail. These are my two shelves. They have a lot of stuff in them. Whether it's albums or crafting supplies or just decorations I like to have out. There is a lot. The biggest things I'll point out is this pink toolbox is filled with wood pieces. Behind this owl is a little caddy with drawers that has all my Czech blown handmade glass beads that our friend from the Czech Republic, his girlfriend and her sister make them, and they gave to me. This has just got stickers. That's what's in these drawers. This down here is all unfinished stuff. Like, those are unfinished boxes and picture frames and graphic 45 boxes and all just different stuff to decorate and to alter. So that's what all that stuff is. And then right here some canvases. So that's all craft stuff basically. But yeah, so, and then this box right here is all stuff that either I've made or that people have made and sent to me, or I've done swaps in. And I just got to figure out where I can put it in my room. Like, I need some shelves on my walls or something because I just don't have the room for it. So I know it looks thrown in there, but believe me, it was very nicely placed in there so that nothing's damaged. The only things that were thrown in were things that, or that I may have piled stuff on top of, just things like, I got a couple of like little albums like these right here. They're ones that I started and I didn't really like the way they were turning out and I just stopped. So they might just get tossed. I don't know. And there's my cinch. It hasn't found a home yet. This basket right here, this has pretty much all my Tando goodies in it for my designing for that team. And then there's some Saw Crafters wood and stuff on the bottom of it, but it's pretty much all Tando in there. That purple folder's just got some papers in it, and then just some miscellaneous stuff there. Cricut cartridges, a box to alter. It's a box of pictures. It's a cigar box to alter. Cricut cartridges, stencil material, and vinyl and transfer tape or transfer paper all on that shelf right there, and then some duct tape and all that good stuff. And that's my sock monkey that a friend, I bought the kit. I didn't realize it was that involved to make it, but one of my friends who sews in Germany did it for me. And this was a, what do you call those things when you carry them down the aisle? A bouquet. My girlfriend, when she got married in New Orleans, she went with this fancy, it got kind of mangled in the move. Like, they just threw it in there. But it had all these really cute gems on it and everything. It looked adorable, but they kind of destroyed it in the move because they just squished it into a box. But it was really, really cute and adorable. But that was what we carried down the aisle at her wedding in New Orleans a couple of years ago. And there's my hot cocoa sign. One of my friends who makes the wooden signs in Germany gave to me. So, there's my big shot and my steel dies. I guess that's what they're called, just steel dies. Alright, so this is my new addition to my craft room. Let me stand back and hopefully I can get it all in one. These two big desks. These are the Recollections cube system. And then you just buy the panels that go across and you make them into desks. So I'm not going to go through everything. There's paper and just miscellaneous stuff. Honestly, this is the stuff that's not real organized yet, because it's like this desk over here. I set it up basically exactly the way it was in Germany. And then overflowed the other stuff over to here. And this is where as I craft, I'll put it together. But this is my newest addition. This is, well, no, the desks are newer than this. I bought this shortly after we got to the States, because originally, like I say, we were supposed to stay with my mother-in-law until we bought a house in like October or November. But we ended up deciding to rent, and we'll buy in another couple of years once we figure out where we really want to live here in Ohio. Because there's a few different towns all within like a 20 or 30 mile radius where we wouldn't mind living in any of them. So, yeah. So my husband let me buy the new Cricut Explorer so I'd have a machine to play with. Well, we thought ours were going to be in storage. So I'll be honest, I have not even turned this on yet. Yeah. Because I haven't had a chance to play yet. And then we have my Cameo. And then underneath that blanket is my Cricut Expression, which I have decided I will not be getting rid of, because I have a couple cartridges. Like this one that says shop on it. And this one down here. I bought them used at a shop where they use them for classes. But they had been linked to a Gypsy. So they cannot be linked to the Explorer. So I will need my Expression to still use them. So over in here is where a lot of my Graphic 45 paper is stored, over here. That's a trash can, in case y'all didn't know. This is a box of wooden, yummy, awesome goodness that I bought off my friend Jane at Velocity Vet 08. She, I don't want to flip that up because her address is on there. When she did her D-stash, she knows how much I love the wooden embellishments, so she contacted me and said, hey, I'll give you first shot at it, and I love her for doing that. And I said, I'll take it. So I haven't found it a home yet, because as you can see, my wooden storage up there is overflowing. So my plan is, I got these drawers right here. They're all filled with stuff to alter. I think I'm just going to empty one out though, and put all the wooden stuff in it, and kind of put like dividers in it so I can sort it up. But we'll see how that ends up working out. So we're coming over here, we're on the back side of all that. Just more storage. Paper, basically solid 8.5 by 11 paper. And then down here I have my stamp overflows. So there's that one, and then there's this one full. This is all stuff that couldn't fit on my Clip It Up. And then just some, why aren't you going back in there? There we go. So yeah, I'm working with all of this still. And over here everything's just kind of piled. That's like stencils and glitter. See, like right here, there's absolutely nothing in this drawer yet. There's nothing in any of these either. I just haven't decided. There's my Tim Holtz trinket thing. And then my Corona bucket filled with laces and trims and seam binding. All that good stuff. See, like this is a Graphic 45 scrap, so it does not go in. These two boxes are all scrap paper, which will be sorted and put into these files by color. I gotta get more files, obviously. By color or pattern. But, now that's not closing right. Okay. I gotta be honest, as much as I really wanted this recollection system, there we go. I wasn't real impressed with the way it went together. Like, it was kind of a pain in the butt. But, I mean, I like it. I'm not gonna complain about it. I really do like it, but I just was expecting a little higher quality. So then there's some stamp pads in there. This is like all my Graphic 45 12 by 12 stuff. So yeah, this is just a box or a wooden crate filled with embellishments and stuff. Like I said, these are all scrap paper. This is like some of my important 12 by 12 stuff that I bought right before I left Germany that I love, so I have to put it away. That was a Kathy Orta kit that I had bought, and it's finished, but that's just all the leftover stuff that I got to figure out a spot to put away. These right here is all my paper tray ink. Are all my paper tray ink. This is all of my wires for my cinch. And my Project Life cards, which I don't do Project Life. I just lifed. I don't do Project Life. I just like the cards for using in like my Smash books and stuff. If I ever get around to smashing. So that's all my paper tray ink, 8.5 by 11, and then this is generic 8.5 by 11. I like to, y'all know how much I like my paper tray ink, so I like to keep it separate. And that was my sign that I got when I left Germany. This is a German license plate. Well, you know, you can get special, it's not an actual license plate, but this is exactly what they look like, but they'd have a little symbol in the middle to make them authentic. But these are like the sign shop makes these. And this is, it says LRS spouse because my husband was, the squadron was Logistic Readiness Squadron. So that's what LRS stands for. And that's what they gave me for being a member of the squadron and helping out and all that. So then over here we got my, what do you call these things again? Big Bite or something like that? It's been forever since I've had to use the name. I think it's a Big Bite. I think that's what you call it. And then this recipe box is actually filled with envelopes. Just blank envelopes. And then this right here is filled with my Heidi Swap stamps and my La La Land craft stamps. So this originally I had my big clip it up over here with all the stamps, but it didn't twirl the way I wanted it to. So the stamps might get moved over to there with the other stamps. So then my dress form, which I think I've showed y'all before at some point. I just hung it on the back of the door for now. So, oh my gosh, I think that's it. Oh, I'm trying not to blind you guys. There's my little German teddy bear guy. I dangled him from my ceiling fan light. So, there it is, guys. I can now start crafting. There's the hubby's camera rig that he built me while we were in Germany. It sets up well here. So hopefully y'all will be seeing this look very, very soon. I will be back to work now, or back to crafting. I call it work. It's not work. It's fun for me, believe me. But I've already signed up for some projects in September with Tando, so for my design team spots with them, so there's a lot to come there. I'm no longer designing for Diamond Dyes though. So I'm still going to use their dyes obviously because they have terrific dyes, but I won't be doing actual design team projects anymore. So but just so you all know, my time with them was up. So yeah, but I'm still designing for Tando Creative out of the UK. So watch for some awesome projects coming with that. And I am going to end this video now, otherwise it'll never upload to YouTube. So I hope you all enjoyed the tour of my craft room. I'm sorry I tried to make it as quick as possible. It is still a mess, but it is what I like to call an organized mess. I at least know where everything is in this room. So, alright y'all, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some great videos coming up, hopefully really soon. And if you like my craft room, please let me know, because we all like to hear if someone likes our craft room, right? So, stay tuned and we will see you later. Bye-bye.